And for We
Media.
Got Your Vote, this is where we go to the community tab and take all of your your not questions, the results of when we post a question and you guys vote on it. And we're gonna run through those real quick. So what is the first one that we have on this segment?
We asked, what's your favorite wrestler entrance music? What is it? 28% said The Rock with The Rock says. 23%
Media.
said CM Punk with Cult of Personality. 20% liked The Edge, Metalingus. 16% liked Triple H's The Game, and 15% liked Degeneration X with Break It Down.
I cannot believe Break It Down was voted last, but I guess I can't be upset with it. I'm just surprised that The Rock's entrance was number one. I guess The Rock is just so damn popular, you just can't deny that guy. But my favorite song is Edge, that song Metalingus. Is it the craziest name for a song, Metalingus?
It makes me uncomfortable. I'm a pretty open-minded person, and I don't care for that one bit.
Listen, like look up that song on YouTube and listen to the last like 30 seconds or 40 seconds of it, and that's what when that wrestler comes out to, because that song, I don't know what it is about. Even if I did not like rock and roll music, it's something about that song. I can work out to it. When I posted this question, I was seeing the results coming in. I remember yesterday I was in my kitchen. I was making myself something to eat, and I played the song in the background just because. And I'm in my kitchen, like I was like listening to it, like I got my hands in the air. I felt like I was coming out to that song. Like it's an uplifting damn song. Like it's a chance to feel alive.
I love a good walkout song. Like I'm not maybe a big wrestling fan, but I'm a baseball girl, and I love a good walkout song.
Yeah, I'm telling you that. I don't know why that's the song, but the Rock song, yeah, that's. I remember the creator of his entrance music said something like he wanted a king, like he wanted to make a theme song where you would feel like the king is coming out, like a royal. Like and I gotta admit that is with the feeling that it gets, but I don't think it's the best song on there. But that's just me. All right, what's the Metalingus? What's the next question that we have up there?
On our TikTok, during an episode of Thursday Theories on our channel, the question Chris came up with, he had a theory that Monica Rambeau is not becoming a mutant, but just getting sick. And in order to save her life, Captain Marvel will have to help her gain powers. 78% agreed with the theory, 22% disagreed.
What do you think?
It does feel like they brought up Captain Marvel enough times. It feels like they're going to want to bring her back.
Yeah, I think I don't know why. I mean, it's just a theory, but it's like I don't believe what everybody wants, where going into the Hex is gonna give you mutant powers, and that's how they're gonna introduce the X-Men. Like everybody has to go through the Hex to become a mutant. Wolverine is gonna have to go in there and I got metal claws. Like no, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't buy it, because that would mean everyone in that
because that's gonna erase because X-Men have a history like that humans were always evolving into mutants, and the first mutant was back in the ancient Egyptian times, and then like stuff like little things like that. So if Wanda is inventing mutants, then you're gonna delete any mutant that's technically older than Wanda. So there's no Professor X, there's no Wolverine, there's a lot of things you wouldn't have. So I just don't want that. I think it'd be a crazy dark thing if that, because it talked about how her mother had cancer, and there's something going on with Monica Rambeau, and whenever Captain Marvel is brought up, I don't know if there's bad blood there. Maybe she's upset that, my mom died and you weren't there. You were off in outer space and you never came back. And maybe Captain Marvel is going to be like, I'm not going to let that happen again. Her daughter got cancer now from this thing, and I'm going to save her. I just feel like maybe it's a possibility. So I'm on that spectrum, but that's just me. But I appreciate you guys for voting on that, guys. All right, what's next?
Speaking of WandaVision, who will be the big WandaVision cameo Monica Rambeau Friend reveal? 52% said Reed Richards. 20% said a Skrull. 17% said Rocket Raccoon, and 11% said Hank McCoy.
Do you know who any of these people are?
I know who Rocket Raccoon is.
There you go, Rocket Raccoon. Hank McCoy is another mutant from the X-Men, the all blue furry guy, scientist. Reed Richards is from the Fantastic Four. If you watch those Fantastic Four movies, he was the leader of the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Skrull is from Captain Marvel, those shapeshifter guys.
Gotcha. Okay, so I have a loose concept on at least all of those. But I hope it's Rocket Raccoon still.
I honestly don't know if it's going to be any of these, but who knows?
I don't know if it is. No, I feel like I don't know. I get the feeling. I feel like there's enough going on in universe that bringing in, someone like Hank McCoy, where it's like maybe not a huge name. I don't know if they want to get the factor for people like me who might not be huge.
Well, getting Hank McCoy and linking it to the X-Men would just confirm that this Pietro that we have that's being played by the guy who played that same character in the X-Men universe, it would just see that is the same Pietro from that universe and blah blah. So I don't think it's going to be that, but it would just be too many. Unless Kevin Feige just wants to just drown the world in nerd sweat. But it would just be too much going on.
That's the thing. Yeah, I feel like they're trying to walk that line between you can have your conspiracy theories, but we also need to make this digestible pretty broadly.
What's his name? Jim from The Office. What's his name?
John Krasinski.
Because everybody wants him to play Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four. Him and his wife. They want them to play those characters. So everybody's wondering if he's going to come in as Reed Richards before he becomes Mr. Fantastic from the Fantastic Four. That would blow the internet up, but
it would.
It would be on that level of Luke Skywalker, but it's just, I don't think it's going to happen. I hope it happens, but I don't think it's going to happen. All right. What's the next one?
We asked who would be a great fit for the role of electric, geeky high school student Virgil, Static Shock. We had 52% liking John Boyega, 31% voted Caleb McLaughlin, and 17% voted for Aubrey Joseph.
Out of those three names, I mean, did you know of the Static Shock cartoon from back in the day?
I am not super familiar with Static Shock.
No. I know everybody wants John Boyega to do it. I don't. I just think that his name, Static Shock, is a comic book character that was invented by a man named Dwayne McDuffie. He's passed away a while ago. He invented a comic book universe, an all black comic book universe, most of all black superheroes mostly, and then he got signed with DC Comics, and then eventually DC Comics adopted them and absorbed them into the DC universe. So now all of his creations are officially in the DC universe. So Static was his version of like Spider-Man. It was a young boy who was like a wisecracking, like the way Spider-Man always tells jokes. He does the same things, but he has electrical powers and he even had a Superman type of a character named Icon who had a very interesting background. Imagine if an alien went back or crash landed on Earth and landed in a slave plantation, and when a slave found this alien and the just so the alien would survive, it made itself look like the first thing it saw. So the first person it saw was a slave, so it made himself look like a little baby black boy. And he grew up to be like a Superman type of a superhero named Icon, who was also a black conservative. So it was an interesting little thing. But I mean, he sorry.
Oh, I was just going to ask, so Static Shock's supposed to be a high school student?
Static Shock is a high school boy.
I love John Boyega. I think he's super talented, but I think to cast him as a high schooler would be...
Yeah, well, he's too old. So I think the actor, one of the actors that was mentioned was also the actor from the short-lived TV series, Cloak and Dagger. I don't know if you saw that TV show. But I think that actor, I think it's Caleb. What is his name? Static Shock. Is it Caleb Oh no, was it Aubrey Joseph? Damn it, I don't remember which one it was. But let me look it up real quick. Sorry, guys.
But yeah, someone where you could feasibly get a good 5 to 10 years out of them playing.
Yeah, Aubrey Joseph was my pick. Mm-hmm. He's younger. He looks like Static, in my opinion, more than anybody else. The other actor that was mentioned was the black boy from Netflix's Stranger Things. I mean, also.
Yeah, I could. I could see Aubrey Joseph, not knowing it, but just even Googling the character. Yeah. And Googling
Caleb and Aubrey would be my pick, but John Boyega is the big name.
He reads a little younger. I know there's not that big an age gap, but he reads a lot younger, I think, than John Boyega. Plus, I'm a sucker for a good, give somebody who's kind of getting some heat, but hasn't had that big shot at a breakout, give them something kick-ass like that. I always love a good kind of breakout star-making turn.
Yeah, so Caleb from Stranger Things would probably be more likely to get the role. John Boyega, it's just that he's done so much with Star Wars, I would just be distracted seeing him as that character.
I feel like it partly depends on what they want to do with him, because Caleb McLaughlin can play very young still, just like off of Stranger Things. Right. And then I feel like Aubrey Joseph, is that his name? I can't remember.
Yeah, Aubrey Joseph could play older, so you're right.
He would be more like you're
a bigger brother
playing a younger kid.
I could see him in the movie, but maybe not. Yeah, you may be right. So maybe Caleb would be the better choice because of the age. But yeah, that's what I think. But not John Boyega. I'm sorry. John Boyega looks like he could almost be the dad.
And again, I like him, but it also just feels like that point of no, I feel like John Boyega is at that point in his career where it's no, now you go take a bunch of cool indie things and show us what a good actor you are. I don't feel like he's gonna want to jump into a big superhero franchise now.
But again, we're doing what we said we wouldn't do earlier, where we're writing the movie in our head and, but if this is an older Static that's in his 20s or 30s, then yeah, maybe John Boyega could do it. But I don't want that. That's just me. What's next?
Talking about the Josh Whedon allegations. If Josh Whedon were to respond to the allegations against him, what is the likely outcome? 53% said if actors from the MCU accuse him next, that would end his career. 18% said temporarily will lose support. Time goes on, he'll come back. 13% said too many allegations now, he will begin losing more opportunities. 11% said deny any allegation but still apologize, will save his career. And 5% said a quick apology would have stopped any further damage. I don't know. The Joss Whedon one's tricky because I'm not trying in any way to invalidate what anyone is saying against him. To be clear, I think everybody who's spoken out is incredibly brave. I think what he's done, what is being said, is obviously unacceptable behavior. But it's in that weird gray area that I feel like culturally we are not quite sure what to do with yet. It's not sexual abuse. It's not physical abuse.
It's toxic or bullying behavior.
It was, creating a toxic work. It was essentially, and it was emotional abuse, and it was intense bullying, and it was creating a toxic work environment. But those are less tangible things, and I'm not trying to downplay them. I'm just saying culturally, I feel like we don't know how to have these conversations, and we don't know, if it's not an easy that guy never works again. It's does an apology make that okay? How many people need to come out before he starts losing work? Because these allegations have been around for a hot second now. So I honestly don't know.
And I did see a pattern there that because it seemed like he would only do it really to the least famous people, because you weren't going to do that to Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot on the rise, or especially Jason Momoa. Seemed like he would punch him in his face right there on the spot. So who's the easiest mark? Ray Fisher. Nobody really knows who Ray Fisher is.
I think unfortunately, just within the way this goes, I wonder if there was a degree of, if you target these people, they will feel less confident speaking out.
Yeah.
Because if this is your first big thing and you're not the big name, I would imagine as an actor, if someone was just creating a really toxic environment, I could absolutely see going, well, what do? I speak up and then I get fired and then that's my career.
Yeah. And I read that there was somebody that, I don't know that if they work for Josh or not, was saying something like he gets a rush out of, picking on, people like that. It's funny to him. And if that's true, I mean, like, that's just freaking crazy.
No, that's definitely the vibe I've got.
Who know? His excuse could be, I do this to these young actors who aren't that famous yet to get the best performance out of them. He might come up with some, but he's probably not going to say.
And I mean, no, we've had people like, we've had freaking Hitchcock and Kubrick and some of the greatest directors of all time are like, well, Cruel to Be Kind, I'm giving these incredible performances, even if I'm scarring people for life.
Right. Wasn't that on The Shining?
Yes.
Didn't that happen on The Shining? That take with the door? Didn't they do that like a billion times?
I think it was the scene on the staircase. I just actually read there's a really interesting article where the journalist went out to where Shelley Duvall's living and had a chat with her.
Yeah.
If you get a chance, I recommend it. It's very interesting and very sad what the industry how it kind of chewed her up and spit her out.
Best thing for Josh, I mean, Sarah Michelle Gellar's statement is what did the most damage, even though she
unfortunately we listen to the bigger stars who are speaking up over, there's an element of like, I don't really know who Charisma Carpenter is until this story came out, and it's like that shouldn't invalidate her experience,
right? The way she said it, I'm proud of what I did with Buffy Summers. I don't want to be associated with his name ever again. Without saying it, she said, oh man, it was that's not what he needed. So even if I think Josh Whedon is smart enough not to comment. He's probably just going to lay low. But what he's already losing directing gigs from this. I mean, he's a millionaire. He'll be fine. But if he wants to continue working, it's going to be a long time. If that ever happens again, he's going to probably have to do some soul searching. If all this stuff is true, but who knows? Let us know what you guys think about it. Was that was that the last one, or was there more?
We have two more.
Okay.
Powering Through, sponsored by Movie Burner Entertainment on YouTube. Should the Snyder Cut of Justice League also go to theaters worldwide as well as streaming on HBO Max? 25% said no, HBO Max only. 26% said it should have a theatrical release first, and 48% said both.
Shout out to the Movie Burners Entertainment. I've been watching their live streams and bombarding them with a bunch of crazy questions, just messing with them and stuff. I've also told them that these guys need to. Are they Scottish? I think they're Scottish. I don't know how well I'll be able to handle the deep accent, and they're probably going to say the same thing about me. Like, what accent? You're the one with the accent, fella. That's probably what they would say to me. And you guys tell me if my Scottish impersonation.
By way of India, but all right.
I said fella. I didn't. What are you talking about? I didn't do it. I thought I was doing a perfect Scottish accent, fella.
All right, we're offending so many people at once.
Damn it. I thought I was nailing it. Man, now my confidence went, pew. But those guys are great. I mean, the production on their channel is great. So shout out to those guys. And I asked him on his live stream, I said, can I use this question on our We Got Your Vote segment? He said, yeah. Right. He actually said, oh yeah, go ahead. Go. It's Chris, isn't it?
All right, we're gonna move past that. So yeah, I agree. I think both is kind of the correct option.
Both, yeah, I agree. Yeah, but the reason why they brought it up was because it's not available they don't have HBO Max where they're from. So they definitely want it to come out in theaters for the so HBO Max isn't available overseas. So I didn't know that. I thought they rolled out HBO Max.
Both release is feasible. So yeah. I don't know.
So I hope it does come out in theaters, because I know they're excited on seeing it. They want to see the Snyder Cut too. So yeah. So hopefully they do release it in theaters out there. So I think both would make sense in my opinion, because it's a director's cut. So, but.
That's true too, though. Like, I could see them just being like, we're not going to re-release this. It's a director's cut. It goes to HBO Max. They should figure out something. Honestly, HBO Max just needs to get its life together slightly.
There's a rumor going around that Warner Brothers is still kind of, because Warner Brothers and Snyder had like a falling apart, and it's a miracle that they even greenlit this. But they don't want to, because Warner Brothers didn't promote it on their social media.
Yeah. I could actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of was thinking about it as its own release, but as a director's cut, I feel like a theatrical release, especially given the time period, is just like,
it wouldn't make that much. Me personally, I would go see it in the theaters because it looks crazy. So I would, but I'm probably of a very small minority. But overseas, yes. But yeah, that's how we feel. So yeah, Burner guy, movie Burner guys, movie Burner Entertainment. Hopefully, like I said, we're planning on doing some collabs. So hopefully, maybe you'll see us on their channel or definitely on ours. But we're still in the talks of trying to make that happen. So sometime in the future, we'll make that happen. All right. What's the next one?
And our last question, we were discussing if you could see any movie from any era on the big screen with a packed audience, what movie would you pick? The top pick was Jurassic Park. Second place, we got a lot of Empire Strikes Back, Terminator 2, and Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, it was like a lot of time.
I feel like Jurassic Park is like, there's not a right answer to this question, but Jurassic Park is the right answer.
Yeah. If you, I'm trying to remember if I saw Jurassic Park in the theaters. I remember when it finally came out on VHS. A teacher showed us. I was in elementary school or middle school, and they showed us in school. I think the teacher wanted to see it more than we did.
Traumatizing. All right.
But it was great. I remember hearing something like Steven Spielberg was afraid to release this on VHS because he thought it was so realistic that families couldn't handle it or something like that. But
it's pretty good. I actually just watched it maybe like 6 months ago for the first time, and it holds up. It is still scary. It is still fun.
And you did not record yourself watching this?
I'm sorry, I do actually, it was a date night, and I do need to do things that I don't record just for my own sanity. Sorry about that.
Fine.
I'm working on this thing called boundaries. I'm not sure it, but I'm liking it so far.
Yeah, Chris, no matter how much you beg, you're not going to put like a voyeur cam in my house. It's not happening. Like, damn it. Okay.
Not living that Kardashian life quite yet.
Right, but I'm
gonna need a lot more money before I give up all my privacy.
Speaking about Kardashian cam, it does like look with the background that you have. It does look like you're in that privacy booth where you get to vent.
I just feel like Kendall or Kylie because I cannot tell them apart even after I've read a lot of BuzzFeed articles to try to remember which one's which.
Kendall and Kylie look the same to me.
They do. They're the same person. One has a baby and one has lip fillers, but I think that's the same person.
How does Bill Burr? Bill Burr always does an impression of them. I feel like for me, everything is about them. I feel like for me, they begin every sentence with that. Speaking about what's going on in the Capitol, I just feel like for me that it's always about them. But that was it. That was the last one. Right? I agree. I think Jurassic Park. That's a good one. That was an event.
Not even my personal pick, but like the right pick.
Yeah, that maybe me Star Wars or Titanic. I boycotted watching Titanic.
I didn't see Titanic when it came out because I was a little young, and then when it came out in 3D, I was like, there's ever a time I'm going to sit through this damn thing. And I really enjoyed it. I was glad I saw it on the big screen.
I remember in the movie theater that it stayed packed weeks and weeks and weeks after it released. It was just building and building momentum. And it was, I don't know how many months it was after the movie came out. And I remember looking inside of a movie theater and it was packed. That movie was huge. So that's something I probably wish I would have watched like week 1 or week 2 when it was still kind of empty in the theaters.
You hear that sniffling behind you?
Yeah, nobody like breathing down my neck about Leonardo DiCaprio, how cute he was and all that. I could have absorbed all the Leo for myself. But But that's it, guys. I appreciate you guys for contributing to the polls and in the community tab and getting becoming involved with all the questions that we post. Check out those every week on our YouTube channel, and like I said, you'll see your votes and contributions to everything right here on our We Got Your Vote segment. So without further ado, let me sign off so we can hurry up and quickly record our After Dark segment here real quick. I know it's gonna get a little raunchy, so we can't have that on the live stream, guys. So I appreciate you, Amy. If you don't, let's sign off on this one real quick. If they want to find you online, where can the people out there find you?
On Instagram at Amy. Words. I'm on Instagram. I'm gonna try that one more time. I'm on Instagram at amy.n.newman.
Is this? Did I spell it correct?
I'm on Twitter at amy_n_Newman. Come watch my journey as I learn how to point. Come check that out. Come check out Your Biggest Fan season 1 on YouTube now. I'm in it. I wrote it. It's all right.
There you go. See, yep. Finally, right? Yeah, she finally remembered to announce the YouTube channel. And you guys, you can find me if you want to follow us here on Talking to the Media. Thank you guys. I'm just going to say thank you guys for watching the show. Don't forget you can become a supporter of our channel by subscribing right here, hitting the like button, and always put it in the box and letting us know what you guys think on movie topics or any of the trending topics that we talk about, because we want to hear them. You can also become a member of our channel for our After Dark or things that we don't really talk about on the live stream stuff because a little bit too grown up. And also, if you want to support the channel by becoming a patron, look for us there. And maybe if you have any questions that you want to submit to us for us to talk about on We Got Your Mail and We Got Your Vote, send it to us on our social medias or right here on any video that you see on the YouTube channel. I'm Chris Fagan. You can find me at Chris Fagan 1980 on Twitter and on Instagram. And until next time, guys, Talking Through the Medias was brought to you in front of a live studio audience of proud people who know their ABCs, by the way. Oh, and by the way, before I let you go, next week there will be look out for the New York horror TV X-Files fanatic, the improv comic Laurice Fatal. She might be joining us on our every month. We have someone join us here on the main show, so we're scheduling for her to join us next week. So look out for her if you are a follower of hers. So until next time, guys, peace.
If you like what you saw, make sure to subscribe to the channel and please drop a like on this video. It really does help us. Also, don't forget you can turn on notifications so you don't miss a single review, react, why is that trending, or We Got Your Mail.